And next up, we have Russell Hofmann, who's a CI facilitator with the Minority Serving Cyberinfrastructure Consortium, and he'll be talking about their planning community of practice.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Russell Hofmann. I'm with the Minority Serving Cyberinfrastructure Consortium, or the MSCC, which we typically call it. And actually, this talk was originally a 5-minute lightning talk, so don't worry, I can go quick, although I've added more context for background, particularly around the MSCC. So if you're not aware, the Minority Serving Cyberinfrastructure Consortium is a consortium started by a group of HBCUs and TCUs to work on developing cyber infrastructure on their campuses. We're a community organization which has a lot of community programming. We have monthly all-hands meetings. We have reoccurring communities of practice in cybersecurity and cyber infrastructure planning, which is what I'll be talking about today. In addition, we do a lot of regional workshops, working on developing partnerships between HBCUs and TCUs within a given region, as well as with their larger R1, R2, and REN partners. So the MSCC started back in 2018. It wasn't called the MSCC back then. It had a very nerdy acronym that no one has told me what it was. But I actually worked for Internet2. The MSCC partnered with Internet2 in 2021 to go for a Pilot Center of Excellence Award, which has been funding most of our community activities so far. And as you can see, after we got our award from 22 onward, we've had a lot going on. A lot of community workshops, community trainings, and student engagement activities. One thing I haven't updated this yet is last June, we did a training with Salish Kootenai College around data science using Jupyter Hub set up by folks here at UW-Madison. And this CI planning community of practice we began in 2022 or 2023. So we have a little bit over a year's worth of content put together now. The MSCC is a participant organization, which means anyone can join. There's no fee associated with it. You'll get on our mailing list, hear about our community programming that's happening. At the moment, we have 71 HBCUs, which is a little less than 70% of the total HBCUs in the country. 11 TCUs, which is a little less than 30% of the total TCUs. And then, as you'll see, we have a lot of affiliate institutions, which I imagine many of the folks here belong to what would be an affiliate institution, and we welcome you to join us and join our calls. One thing we always want from the community is more experience from people who have implemented cyber infrastructure on their campus, who are willing to talk and share their experiences with potential PIs, IT directors, and faculty at MSI campuses. So if you want to join the MSCC, it's just mscc.org/join. Anyone is welcome. You can participate in any of our calls, and if we have a regional workshop in your area, we might reach out to you to see if you want to come and talk. All right, so the MSCC CI Planning Community of Practice was originally started as a continuation of a virtual webinar series that we had done, the Cyber Infrastructure 101 series. The goal of this community of practice is really to share experience and knowledge around planning cyber infrastructure development on campuses, both as an overall strategic look at developing cyber infrastructure, but also, and very importantly, around developing CI plans to go for CC star proposals, particularly in networking and computing. So as I said, we started back in 2023. We've had a meeting just about every month since then. You'll see we've actually begun to repeat some of our topics. The one we're doing next month is going to be a deep dive on networking components of pre-Science DMZ and pre-REN campus CI plans. My slides got a little messed up. But the reason we're doing this one is a lot of PIs have talked to me and kind of talked themselves down from going for a CC Star Award because they'll say, well, we don't even have the REN connection to our campus. We have a strong enterprise network on our campus, but we really don't have anything to support research, which really isn't a reason not to go for a network planning or a CC Star network proposal, because the whole point of that is to address needs in terms of research or academic networking. The other topic, and these change, every meeting our topics change, it's based on votes from the community on what they want to discuss next. What we haven't done much on, but we will be doing is kind of more strategic planning type activities and how to go about cross-campus engagements to develop a CI strategic plan for the institution. So in addition to having these CI plan COP meetings, we've actually developed quite a bit of community material for facilitating the development of CC Star proposals, as well as for facilitating development of CI plans. One resource we put together is a template for an NSF CI plan. And this isn't a template where you just go in and you fill out fields with information about your campus and you're done with the CI plan. It's much more of a conceptual template on what are the areas that you want to cover, who are the individuals that you might want to involve in order to have these discussions and describe your campus and your campus's future goals. We have a lot of QR codes, or at least I do, and links. All of these materials we're putting up on our website within the month, so it'll all be available there in terms of our community resources. We also have had guest presentations. As I said, it changes every month on what we're discussing. This one from Patrick Schmitz on how to understand and leverage influences as you build your campus CI plan. So this is much more focused on who are the different individuals on your campus who you should get input from for when developing a campus cyber infrastructure plan, from administrators down to students, and how to have those conversations and talk about developing the CI plan in a way that is appealing to their interests so that you can get good collaborations. And this is about a 34-minute video. Most of our CI plan, COP meetings aren't recorded. We do, chatting house rules. But when we have guest presenters, we will occasionally record. Another resource we developed a few months ago was talking about how to go about doing faculty engagement on your campus. A challenge that we see quite often, particularly with CIOs, is they don't know how to begin conversations with the science drivers on their campus. And that begins with identifying who on campus has computational needs that aren't currently being served. So this resource goes from identifying potential science drivers, how to go about outreach, and then also it provides scripts to guide those conversations that you're having with your science drivers in a way that gives you back information that you can use to build the technical details of a science driver table or incorporate in the project description of a proposal, or simply to inform the development of a CI strategic plan. As I was saying, our CI plan community of practice is every third Tuesday of the month at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's 1 p.m. local time. You do not have to be an MSI to join. And actually, the more diversity of voices we have participating in the conversation, I think the better we can serve our community. So I encourage you to join. Also, if you have CI plans to share that aren't part of the ESNet that you think someone would find useful, I would be happy to accept those to share with our community. Particularly ones that involve kind of developing fundamental technologies to support research and education on campus, as most of the campuses we work with have strong enterprise networks and not so much on the research side.